Hey y'all, what is up? It's Forward Gaming. I am here. We're gonna talk it up a little bit because I gotta talk about. I had a whole plan to record a video. This is gonna be a little bit of like just news, gossip, drama. I was gonna do a little segment on here every Thursday, and my first segment was going to be all about Mr. Kanye West and his current situations with his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. Actually, she changed her name back, so she is officially not Kim West anymore. And her new boyfriend, and Pete Davidson, or Skeet as Kanye keeps calling him. So, my whole plan, I was going to be doing a bunch of stuff. I was going to talk about everything. I was going to bring up posts and pictures and all of it. But I go then to Kanye's page, and it has gone from being hundreds of posts to just 8 now. He's still talking that shit about Pete. He's still on it. However, last week he went a little too far, and he actually had to double back, and I'm pretty sure not just Kim told him, but then his lawyers also told him, hey, this is a really dumb idea, so take it all down. But he started talking about Northwest and the fact that they were supposed to be going to Sunday service. They were going to go to the meeting. His meeting at his church, but Kim had decided basically they changed the schedule around. Kim didn't give him to her in time, or give her to him in time, and they went and did something else. I can't remember. And then the next day, she posted that she was at school and that Kanye was trying to take her out of school. But this is the perfect example of a toxic relationship being toxic across the board for everybody. Kanye has 3 kids with Kim: Northwest, his oldest, Saint West, his son, and I can't even remember the name of his 3rd kid. I try to stay out of this for this reason, but this was just such an interesting story. I had to get into it. They've been married for a while now, and they've been a couple for a long time. That couple has actually led into, I honestly think it was a huge contributing factor into why Kylie ended up getting with Travis Scott. Maybe it's just that family's ability to just pull black dudes. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Kanye's in the wrong here. I'll say why. It's one thing to be angry, be hurt, be upset about a situation. But as a man talking to another man right now, you handle that in house, bro. You handle that in house. Continuously posting all of this, buying a house directly across the street from Kim and the family. It's all set up for disaster. Sometimes you just gotta, as someone who's currently going through divorce, you gotta understand when you're in the wrong too. I don't have kids involved in mine. Whole other story there. I understand. However, don't put your drama online. When has that ever been good for anybody, ever, involved in anything? It's just not right. It's not fair. It's not fair to the people that you're doing this to. It's not fair to your kids. They gotta deal with this. North is about to start going to school. She's going to have to deal with this on a regular basis. She has friends who are going to be asking about this on a regular basis. This is more than just you guys involved in this. Here, let me go ahead and bring up his page right now. So here's what Kanye has right now. It went from hundreds of posts to now it's only 8. So Kim, Kanye, the alien. We think we know who that's supposed to be. Oh, Priest, yeah. No. So this was on my daughter's back when I was allowed to see her last week when I had to go with my family. I'm wired to protect my family at all costs. Home, don't worry, Northie, God's still alive. Where did this come from? I'm really concerned that Skeet will get my kid's mom hooked on drugs. He's in rehab every 2 months. Unnecessary. There's just certain things you don't put online, man. That's my deal. There's certain things where once they're said, you can't take that shit back either. It's said. Like, even though he deleted all of these, let's go ahead and go to the good old Shade Room. I'm sure many of you know this site, know this page. But let's just go through and see if they still have all this. So, go down. Yeah, there's so much. Oh, yep. And this was why he deleted a lot of this stuff too. He did get blocked off completely. But alright, come on. Where are you? I'll cut a lot of this out. Alright, now we're getting to the past. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Just a little peek into his TikToks lately.
Father, I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family. Tries allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok. I have a say. And then when people say, "Oh, they're gonna put you in court," I didn't have a say so on whether or not they went to see her. Most men do not. There's no such thing with in society today. That's not even it. Always right now, and I'm happy small of what I dealt. Hey, everybody. So when we had the Donda to Miami, then assistant hit me and said all the kids. You know, they said the kids are there. When the plane took off,
all right, so plug this back. All right. Hello. Let's move this up. Boom. Bing, bang, boom, bop. Biddy, bop, boom, bop. All right. Dang, I did not want to exit out of it, but here we go. So here he's talking about, let's take this off, see if that helps with the sound. So here you say, I told y'all before about this TikTok stuff. Now my 8-year-old on here singing she fell in love with an emo girl. Leftists don't want fathers to have no say in our children's lives. I don't want my kids at Godless Sierra Canyon. I got a voice and I'm not having this. So, and then all the stuff with DL Hughley. That's been a new recent thing. You've been getting into it with DL. So, I'm not going to say that it's abuse, because I don't think it is. But what I do think is that this is all real stupid. It's a lot, man. Like, you gotta let this go. There's some things that you just have to keep into account and keep in mind that not just for your kids, but for you, all of this stays around forever, man. The internet don't die. The internet never forgets either. So just know that this is all going to still affect your kids in the future. It's going to affect you in the future. It's going to affect Kim in the future, Pete in the future. And Kim and Pete, that goes the same for them. Like, more than anything, I say all this to remind them that you settle this in person. You settle all of this in person. It shouldn't be brought to the light. That's where I put fault from Kanye for. It's one thing to have your drama. It's one thing to be mad. It's another to post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram, Twitter. This goes for anybody. I have a couple of friends who are currently dealing with drama because they are posting stuff to their mutual Twitter friends, and it's getting out to everybody, and it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. The only people it makes look bad when you put all of your drama on social media, the only people that it affects is you. If you truly have a problem with somebody and you need someone else to talk to that can't be the person, talk to these people individually. My friend, we had a long talk a few days ago. We literally sat and hung out for about 5 hours, and we just covered everything. We talked about it all. There's always an open ear. If you have friends, if you have real friends, go find one of them and work it out, talk it out, and then hopefully if that friend is willing to, you can have that friend talk to the other person for you. Settle this like adults. This is what adults do. Adults don't go on Instagram. Adults don't go on Twitter and post all their drama and shit. That is a attention grabbing move to gain followers. That's all it feels like. This all feels like a giant ploy. And I know that ain't what y'all want. Y'all want this to be serious because it is serious. But when you do all of this extra media circus shit, it turns into a media circus. What do you expect? Nothing gets fixed. And the only people that are hurt in the end are your daughters and your son and your friends and family and yourself. It hurts everybody around you when you try to go to third-party anonymous people who only want to see you win because they like you as a celebrity, not as a person. So just keep that in mind. Like, be better. Be better. Y'all better than this. This is when I say I want the old Kanye back. The old Kanye at least acted like he had a little bit of sense. Ever since you ran up on that stage and ran into Taylor Swift, like, you've just done each and everything to ruin your reputation, man. And Kim, you've done the same thing. Like, take the cameras out of it. they ain't worth it. I bet you, I guarantee you, people will care more about you and people will want to talk about you if you give them something good. Give them something good. Man, it's hard to watch. It's just hard to watch, bro. I don't ever want to be like that. I never want to be at that level. That's the level of celebrity that changes you and your perspective as a person to real life. And this is what you see. This is what you get. When you change people from being people into not commodities, but luxuries. Luxuries, yes. When you start to put that kind of value on people, you devalue them as people. I will tell you, from personal experience, in my job, I am a blackjack dealer. I have met so many people. I've met so many different people. Some of them I've only met that one time. They come to the casino once and then they leave. It's beautiful though. What you can get out of a 10-minute conversation with an absolute complete stranger is more valuable than gold. The insight you can get from a random conversation with somebody will give you a perspective you had never thought before. The only way that you don't get that don't take that out of people, don't take that opportunity out of people, is if you do not actively want it. Social media is bad, man. Social media is so bad. And I think that's why people don't use it enough. People use it to respond. People use it to defend. That was actually a big part of our conversation too. We were talking, my friend and I, we were talking about admittedly just talking about how we end up with extremists, how we end up with the right wingers and the left wingers, both being extreme. It's because people aren't being heard. And because of that, people get defensive about what few opinions they put out there. And that defensiveness, that childish defensiveness, is what leads to anger, it leads to hate, it leads to drama, and that fuels the aggression. That defensive mindset turns into an offensive attack. That is a violent and dangerous way to live. That is what leads to extremism in all its ways. That's what leads to kids shooting kids in Columbine. That's what leads to bad. That leads to the evils that we see. Think about it. Really think about it. When you're able to genuinely sit down and peacefully, and that's the key here, peacefully talk and have a real conversation, you get way more results, lasting answers. When people get hyped up, they're talking in the moment, they're not thinking rationally. And because of that, people have to morph and change their conversation and opinion to match that. And you have to match that energy. That's not how it's supposed to work. When people talk, when I talk to you right now in this camera, we talk because I want to put out real answers. I want to be able to talk to people. If you come to me with anything, there's two things that you will be guaranteed. Number one, it will remain between you and I. I will never say anything to anyone else in regards to what our conversation entailed if you do not want me to. What's private is private, and you should respect your friends enough to have that privacy. But secondly, you talk to people, you talk to your friends because you want answers. The answers are never going to be direct, and know that. But you will get answers if you talk enough. Really be open to accepting and learning the lesson behind things. Because when you're more open to that, when you're more open to the introspection that goes along with the conversation, take that long, hard look in the mirror at yourself. You learn a lot more. You learn loads more than what you do when you run in and yell at somebody. You want real answers, you gotta answer real questions. Be real with yourself. Be real with the others around you. We promote love around here. One love. Never mind the tape marks. Really? It's just taped onto my wall. I needed a backdrop. What's better than Bob? Man, it's hard to watch. Like I said, this has all just been hard to watch. I pray for Kim. I pray for Kanye. I pray for Pete. I pray for all their kids. I want you guys to genuinely be able to be happy with each other. See each other in person. Take Chris out of it. Take the rest of the families out of it. This is really between you three, the main three. You, Pete, and Kim. Yay, Pete, and Kim. So have that sit down. Have that sit down with each of them individually. Each person talk to each other individually. Pete to Kim, Kim to Kanye, Kanye to Pete. Really talk. No yelling, no screaming, no talk about mental illness, none of all that. That's all its own drama. Sit down with each other and then come together and talk with each other. That's how we work shit out. That's how I'm working shit out this year. It takes time. It takes work. But I want to put in the work because the work is worth it. The people that you love, they're worth it. So show them their worth and show them yours. Yeah, that's all I got to say. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. This ended up being a way longer video than I thought it was going to be. Maybe there's some blank spaces, so I'm looking at 30 minutes right now. It's probably going to be more like 10 or 15, I'm hoping. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave it. You guys be safe. You guys be good. You guys be loved. Have a great day.